Seb, why aren't you cheering and shouting? I don't understand.
Cheers.
Yeah! Oh dear.
Good morning. How are you doing?
We're good, mate. Have you had your feast now, Seb?
You good?
Have you had your feast?
No, not yet. Had a light breakfast, and I'm looking forward to the feast, which will be in a long time. So I'm having a snack.
How did this game go for you, by the way? What was the excuses for this one?
Yeah, how did you get on your game?
Matt, I was going to ask you, how did you get on with your quiz? I hope it wasn't, so for everyone out there,
Smashed it, mate.
I hope it wasn't too boring without me.
Got like 13 points in your questions.
I can imagine it was quite boring without me being there. I know these guys. I know what they're like. They get pretty boring. So I hope everyone had fun without me. I'm hoping next time I'll be there.
Priorities, mate. Priorities.
To bring smiles to your faces.
Yeah, smiles.
Hi, Lewis. Hi, Edge.
I watched back your reaction to my questions. Not very nice.
Brad says, let's see if you can get my surname right today. Brad Groove?
In the groove.
Brad
It could be worse. I could call you Seb.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah, I've always been 100% sure of Brad Groves.
Seb Groves. That really got me yesterday, man. I was livid. I was like, what the hell? I was like, yep, Australian's finest, Seb Groves. No, he's from Medway. Brad.
No S.
Tim. No S, yeah.
Just Grove.
No. Anyway, you two little pictures complaining a lot about my questions. They were actually very interesting.
Just because you whispered the cuss word doesn't mean it's all right, you know.
Yeah. And Jack, you should have known about Carl. You knew that. You knew the answer to that question.
Yeah, I kicked myself for that.
You got that wrong.
I didn't think.
You just listened to Fred, and Fred kind of influenced you to a wrong answer.
Mate, I didn't have a clue.
He put Toulouse.
Yeah, you said, "Oh yeah, I think it's." He talked about it recently. Yeah, it's that team that brought in loads of players or whatever.
I have no idea who they are. I said, but he talked about it recently, trying to remember, but I couldn't. So I just put,
I should have.
I know you said something about the Toulouse.
And you should have known Avignon as well, Jack, because you played for Catalan. You got Avignon, did you?
Yeah, I got Avignon.
Did you?
Did you watch it?
Yeah, and the only reason you both got Cyril Torres is because I saw what Charlotte did. She accidentally put the answer on the screen. And it's like, you both.
We'd already give the answers.
That was until later. But he's the only other person I know from France who's played over here. And I knew it wasn't you.
What? Because you know everything about the sport now, do you?
Well, hang on. I knew that 2 French people have played in the English league. You and Cyril.
Ah, right.
Hang on. It's not Seb, so who could it possibly be?
How do you know I've never played in the Australian League?
Because I know you haven't.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, you can ask the chat. I don't think any of them would have you.
Tim said they're not opening up.
Someone would have one. Zach would have me. I'd go play for Queensland over there.
No, that's my team.
Ah, mate, stick to England, will you?
You wish.
What was the other questions they asked that were interesting? The World Cup difference. That was interesting. And easy.
So today's
very
game.
easy.
I hold my hand. I was wrong on that one. I thought there were way more than 10 people on that stage.
Yeah, and you started saying that I was wrong. I ruled what I put as an answer, saying, "Oh, he's wrong. There was more than 10 people. There was Dia, there was Brad. Why don't you call like the whole team and everyone on the field there?" Nah.
I can't believe was Danny on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny.
Mate, I added the picture on the page.
Yeah, Danny was there. Mikel Gore.
Danny, Gilles, 4 French players. So that's Danny, Gilles, Lionel, Mikel.
Cool.
3 English players, Jack, Scraps,
and Seb.
Yo. and one Australian player, which is
think you
weird.
might get technicality.
One Spanish,
Yeah, yeah.
and one
Hometown.
Italian.
It's like, yeah, let's get the whole Catalan team up here. How can we do that? Let's put Seb on it.
There was only one other Catalan player, mate. That was
I don't
Gilles
know.
and me.
I can't believe Nico wasn't in there.
Yeah, I know. I
Nico
wondered about that.
basically single-handedly won the World Cup for them.
Yep.
And I've got a lot of respect.
Nico's a bit like me.
do a
He
lot in that
doesn't
grand
get
final.
any recognition for his talent.
Gilles didn't do a lot in that final. It were all Nico.
No, but so the dream team wasn't just about the final; it was about the whole World Cup. And
Yes,
generally, Gilles did an amazing job in the World Cup.
World.
Oh, Nico is definitely by far, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why he wasn't picked. Stupid selection.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do differently today is we're going to show the highlight video from the last game we just done, just to recap, and then we'll get into the second test.
A recap. Let's recap the rugby game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 10 minutes
I'll
long.
probably be jumping like hell.
10 minutes long. Oh,
10 minutes long. 10 minutes. The 10 minutes of things to see in that game.
Yeah, most of it's just intro.
That's not intro. There's like 30 seconds of intro.
so
Have
why?
we got audio?
Yeah. Bam.
That was first time, wasn't it, Lewis?
Okay. Tim said we wouldn't have you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Sorry, he said we wouldn't want you. Yeah, there's a big difference there. My bad.
That's funny because that's just a huge lie, isn't it? So.
Wayne doesn't get to score many tries. No, he doesn't get to score many tries. Is that there was one player
Because he's fat and slow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. There was one player from like the grand final where he dips his shoulder and he beats like two players and he's sort of cruising, rolling. He's not even pushing his chair, and he just spends that time looking at his tags, going, "How the hell have I done that?" And then just gets laid out afterwards.
A bit of Australian rock.
I was watching my little brother do a gig last night live, actually. Played
Where
some
from?
rock. What?
Where from?
He did it in his studio. They did like a show, but just an online show.
Ah, lovely.
I just want to see that that one try where we get it the full length. I know we've got a lot of Aussies watching. They won't appreciate it, but we really enjoy it. So,
What's this link, Brad Groves saying it? Oh, the quiz. Sebulous quiz. Why is that funny, Brad? Why is that funny? It's called Sebulous.
No, it's called Seb Les Quiz.
Oh, Sebulous quiz.
But you're right, it's less.
Yeah, but it's
But,
Sebulous
yeah,
Quiz.
it's less Sebulous. Okay. Funny guys.
God.
So,
And this is still first down.
Oh, Brad! That was me on you there. Me on you, Brad. I can get my phone.
Jack's terrible defence.
He does, and the try is there for the Aussies. Brilliant rugby league from Australia, and look at them celebrating. They needed a try, and didn't it come in spectacular fashion? The ball away, can't quite get it now to Craig Kinane. They've got space on the left if they try and get it there. Goes to Corey! And Craig
Yeah,
to
Corey.
Kinane.
I've got a picture I would like to share with the public afterwards.
You have.
I don't think that's allowed.
The New South Welshman who's gone back-to-back in State of Origin.
What's he
You
on
sure it
about?
is?
Shoemaker works hard to go inside the turn.
The one I sent to the group the other day. Oh, Brad, that was you on Jack. It's like a triangle. I beat Brad.
Every
Brad
other
beats
try
Jack.
is against me. Doesn't make me look good at all.
Mate, if we did a World Cup final highlights, it would be the same thing. So it's just, we're used to it. Don't worry.
Just picking up my my pieces.
It's not always you. There's Joe Coy as well. Though.
Got a little bit heavier then.
What got heavier?
The music.
Yeah, we need some burn. Look at that skill.
Oh.
And nearly forgets that there's a post in front of him.
I wasn't even looking at it. I was just looking straight down. I missed it by like half an inch. Just managed to turn at last second.
Look at Joe pushing.
That makes me cringe every time.
What, Joe's push?
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe's push makes me cringe. You can just tell he's not used to pushing his chair.
I was gonna say his hair, but I'm not in a place to talk about hair.
No.
Working way short of the halfway line. Now to Corey Canane. Canane with some pace. This kick can fly down the touchline. He will score. Corey Canane take a bow. That raises the roof in Liverpool. And the Wheelaroos, they get a valuable try.
So in terms of like this game going into this next game, I can't remember a lot of this second game. But
well, Seb's not come up with a load of excuses, so I'm guessing he
he's
played
not come up
right.
with, yeah, Seb hasn't already given his list of excuses, so he's probably had a good game.
I got man of the match.
This is the one you've been looking forward to, isn't it, Seb?
I can't even remember my performance. What?
Great tackle.
I can't even remember my performance, but what I do know is that I made sure I had lunch at least 4 hours or even more than that before the game. And then before the game, I was focused. I put music in my ears. I had a walk around the pitch, made sure I was focused.
Their number 14, was it John? I can't remember his surname. It's not Will. The one with the long hair that played in the other game.
James Hill.
James Hill. It's close. John Will.
Yeah. John Wick.
He had really good chair D then on Seb. And it's because the other players jumped in on him. That's why he scored on that one.
I do remember
the photo of him.
This next game, there was the Gillaroos that were there as well. And that kind of affected my performance. I wanted to impress.
You wanted to look good for the Gillaroos.
Yeah. They were at the hotel with us. And, we had to walk home being proud. So I wanted to walk home, head up, proud.
Yeah. We was in the same hotel as the Aussie junior team as well, weren't we? The under-21s.
Junior Kangaroos, yeah.
Yeah. They were huge.
Yeah, they weren't really juniors, were
they? They were built like brick shit houses, as tall as you, Fred. And it was quite intimidating when you get into the with them. Like, then when they talk to you, they're like, "Hi, how you doing?"
What, the junior Kangaroos?
Yes, it was like had really young voices, but were huge.
I don't remember any young voices.
That's because they were behind you when they spoke to you.
Haha! I was talking to the Gillaroos. They're much more friendly.
Could have got it.
Oh.
Surrender tackle.
You would say that.
How long has this thing got? I thought it was just highlights.
It is, mate. There's a lot of action in this game.
We've still got 2 minutes of highlights.
You know how many times we score when you're not there with us?
We've never played together, Seb.
Wait, that's not nice to say to Fred.
We've literally never played together.
Yeah, I wonder why.
You didn't turn up to any of the England camps. That was why.
No.
I've played against you once, I think.
Have you now?
That was the camp when I was asked to fill in.
Medway.
Yeah. And you was even there one day. You wasn't there the second day.
Yeah. Can't remember. I think I had my finals or something. I had to fly in, fly out. I had a game the next day.
What, League of Legends?
No, of rugby, mate, with my Catland team.
Oh, right. I thought you had a gig.
What was it, a gig? I can't remember, mate.
It's so annoying. Even with someone pulling your chair, you still pull away. Drives me
my
insane.
chair.
Yeah, okay. There's one point where you go, whoop.
If Corey were pulling my chair, he'd have got me.
That was a good gig.
Oh, that was the one, wasn't it?
Yeah, they didn't put it from the beginning there, unfortunately. But you
I
know,
laugh every time Joe having a little pad here, even though he scored.
bam! Take that, Brad. Brad Groves.
Why does Seb always pick fights with people? It's like Brad's a nice guy, you know.
Brad Groves. All right, lovely highlights. Thank you. Right, I want to share a picture. Please, can you guess who these two people are? This is part of the quiz from yesterday. Yeah, I'll just do it like this. Who are these two people? Please try to guess the answer to this question.
That's easy.
Nah, if I'm talking about the Aussies, it's easy for you.
Brad just gave you the finger, by the way.
Love you, Brad. Groves. Zed.
Grove.
Who do you think this is?
Mate, you missed the quiz.
What?
That haircut, mate. Don't turn your head.
Yeah, don't turn your head.
I know I can't turn my head, so I don't. You see, you should do the same.
What's that?
Brilliant. Right.
Yeah, Jack.
Today's game. We're already like nearly 20
Today's
minutes
game.
in. Not even started.
Yeah. Let's get it started.
God, I'm so glad you play a trumpet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a load of messages. Hello.
Oh, milf.com.
MILF.com.
Yeah, what was that this morning?
Somewhere we've got a video on YouTube. You have all these spammers, don't you, where they come in and like, let's be YouTube buddies and all this stuff, and you're like, it's just like some guy who copyrights music, and then you get the odd one that's like, check out my website, hotmilfs.com. It's like, no, no, this is like this is a wheelchair rugby league sport channel. You're sending in your porn. Go away.
Yeah, good fun. It'll interest Tim though. Tim liked it.
Who knows? After this, after talking about it now, we might get a new sponsor.
Yeah. Did I tell you that we had a video once where a guy commented saying, "Give me your wheelchair"?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. He was like, "I need it.
I need
Sorry,
it. Give me your wheelchair."
We need him. Sorry, buddy." He was like, "No, I need your wheelchair. Give me it." It was like, "Who is this guy?"
That reminds me of a picture. I don't know if I can find it.
This court was a bit like the World Cup semi-final that we played against Oz. You know, that blue one? We were like jigsawed together.
All right.
Yeah.
We were a bit like that.
It wasn't as good though.
That was the Toulouse court.
Yeah.
I'll be with you in a sec. So starting five: James, Jack, Lewis, Tom,
That was
and
Tom.
Wayne.
Is Wayne on? Yeah.
Is Lewis on?
Yeah.
I've not seen him yet.
Yeah, that's Tom, me,
That's Tom Halliwell. Yeah.
James. Nice line.
Good drive. Good give. Oh, if you just circled out, there's Lewis. I haven't seen a fifth yet.
Yeah, Lewis is there at bottom left. Is Wayne on wing?
Here he comes.
Yeah, Wayne.
You thinking I'm wrong again or something? I don't know. What's
Yeah, you were
wrong
right,
with
Tim. It was sort of a little bit bumpy, so like the ball had a funny bounce to it. What are you
Oh,
doing?
Jack.
So I just tried to hold that. It wasn't even on if I passed it. As he pushed off court. Oh yeah, I remember because there were loads of lines and stuff, and we only had cones.
Yeah, but at least you had cones.
Right, so this is like we're getting England from an England point of view. We're better at this point. We're sort of starting to get the whole like we've got a momentum building team and like a safe team, and then we've got like a rush, not a rush team, but sort of more risky team that we play. So we like start off safe, trying to just complete. And we'll see when the subs come in.
Anyway. Cut in by Tom then.
In this game. Oh yeah, yeah, that was it. Yeah. So the cones were like marking the line, and then he moved them away from the line so that people didn't hit them. But then people thought that the line was where the cones were.
Oh yeah, I think John just put one back.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the Aussies that thought it was the touchline, right? That was further. We didn't get it wrong. No, just because preparation, mate. I do remember. So what I was saying earlier on, I walked around the pitch about 10 times just to make sure I knew where the lines were, because it's an awkward pitch. You know, so you see how it is. There's lines everywhere, and it's much wider than the actual playing pitches. So it's really important to have that walk around, make sure you know which line is the touch line.
Yeah,
and we did, because right now the what do you call them?
Yellow cones.
Yeah, the cones. They're much further away than the actual line is.
What, all of them?
Yeah, they're just
off pretty
line,
much all of them.
So that people didn't hit them. They're off the sideline rather than being on it to indicate the line. They were there to indicate the 4 meters and the 8 meters and stuff.
Yeah.
Fred looks confused.
Wonder why you'd move him.
Yeah, you did, Tim. Yeah, Tim said he told the both captains at the toss.
Yeah, captain didn't mention anything to us, Tim.
Who's the captain?
It was me.
Jack, obviously.
I'll just come back and said, "Don't be stupid. Don't go off pitch." That's what I said to him.
You didn't. I wasn't listening to you.
No, I know you wasn't.
Pretty sure I was snacking on something.
You're not even on.
Yeah, that's why he's snacking on something.
Yeah, I told everyone else but Seb.
He said, "You don't need to know this, Seb. You're sitting on the bench."
Told everyone else. Yeah, I don't know. I don't need to know. I make sure myself before the game actually starts. It's called preparation. I've mentioned it about 10 times during this live stream already. Preparation.
Preparation.
Preparation. It's a bit like cookies.
What?
Well, you can, make a cookie preparation.
Are you just trying to call all over for cookies then?
Yeah, it was just like a secret message.
Sarah, she's making cookies.
How can I relate this to food?
Man, you've got issues.
Well, we've got some of the Aussies in the chat, haven't we? So
very
you guys
flat,
tell us what your game plan was going into this one.
No, but it's good swapping in the English defence again. Not stupidly following, all the sliding and stuff.
Australia are just too flat at the moment.
Straight up.
For a rocket.
Forward. That was forward. It was touch as well. It was definitely forward pass as well. Though.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it was too flat. They need to go, take a bit of depth and speed, and it wasn't that hard to defend right then.
Whoa, why did he turn away?
Momentum.
Draw the 2.
Ooh, the speed of the Jack Brown.
Good give. Good
Ah.
look from James then. He knew that
That's
was
the
on the whole
difference,
way.
isn't it? If you take the ball at pace, they're not. No one's going to be pushing pressure up.
James has definitely picked up a lot since the French tests.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right. Huge step up. He was great during this tour. Honestly, he did really well. I was really impressed with him. I was proud of my teammate, of my fellow amputee.
You've got to stick together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a habit of taking pictures together and saying, two guys, one leg.
You guys, when you were rooming of your stumps, weren't they?
Yeah, two guys, one leg.
Two guys, one leg.
Mate, get Hazel on it. You could be 3 guys, 2 legs.
Can't believe Wayne was still in the way there. It took about 10 minutes to take the tag off and still didn't manage to get offside.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh.
Good kick.
Right, let's see what they have to offer in attack.
Deep. Let's get some depth. Solo runner.
Yeah.
Poorly read there by England. I think everyone went up.
Okay. Are you going to stop him, Wayne, or are you just going to watch him?
You're trying to push him out, weren't you?
He overchased hard then.
Yeah, I don't think the ball was getting back to Corey, though. You see him sort of swing round back to him.
Pretty sure he crashed into Lewis.
And then he didn't. He swung back to get Corey, but Corey went across as well after.
See, but this is what we were on about last time as well. So now that they're next to the try line, they're having all these mindless drives that aren't going anywhere. Like, literally, all the drives taken there. There was no thought process behind it. It was just, all right, let's get to the try line.
Yeah, our defence didn't have to switch and move as much.
Yeah, it was just so easy to defend because they were just coming alone, hardly any speed, no thought process, nothing. It was just, yeah.
I wouldn't say there's no thought process. The thought process is I'm going to smash them and get a try.
Yeah, it was a savage way of thinking, nearly animal.
That was a good heads up by Wayne then. Oh, good hands by Lewis.
Don't know.
There's not actually as much structure to our attack as I thought.
No, but it's
we're just taking safe drives, not doing nothing too risky. But we're not ending on in the second and fourth channel a lot.
Good hands.
But I think that was the message before the game, wasn't it? Just be safe to start off with.
Yeah.
Just complete.
Our whole game plan starting was with completion
to start off with.
We had a rule that if we scored a point, and if we had to complete the set after that, otherwise to us it didn't count. So like if we make a score, the score doesn't count unless we complete the next set.
That was one of our goals last season as well. It's to try and get the one after scoring was the most important one.
Yeah, it's tough on the opposition as well, because if you've just conceded points, and then it's already hard enough that you've got to give them the ball after you've lost a point. It's not like football where you get the ball when you concede. So like you're already giving the ball back to them, and then they hold on to it for as long as possible.
Yeah, and it's more tiring to defend than to attack. So
it's much harder to defend than attack. Yeah, it just breaks teams down.
Yeah, completion is such an important thing.
Yeah, you can't. It's like goes back to you can't win a game unless you've got the ball, can you? So keep it as long as you possibly can. You've got more opportunity, more time to score if you've got the ball longer.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, what are you doing, Wayne?
Mate.
Why didn't you give it to Tom? Or was he trying to get a penalty or something?
I don't know. I think he were messing about trying to get it off the marker and gave away the ball.
That was really interesting then.
Wayne's too old for this sport now.
On Wayne's tackle then, He actually
Be careful, Seb. He's your coach now.
Yeah. Well, that's there's a reason to that. Why he's not a player.
He is a player.
Well, he's got to be one or the other. It can't be both.
Will you give away another penalty?
looks like it.
Yeah, mate. Just my message to the coaches right now would just be bring
Put me
Seb on.
Mine would be
That's funny
fly Fred out.
because the guys on the pitch were like saying, "Please don't bring Seb on."
Just wait till the Chillaroos walk in and just see how I.
Quick,
Bring up
put me on, put me on.
Yeah.
Were they there from the start?
No, they got there a bit late. I was looking, mate.
Yeah, because you've prepared so much for the game and were so in
I was
the
like,
zone. You were like,
looking
where
around,
are they? Where are they?
Look around, where are they? Where are
That's why you knew where the touchline was, because you were looking at it constantly.
they? Mate, I remember whilst playing, I kept looking up, instead of focusing on the game.
Oh yeah,
Focus,
because
mate.
this venue had a gym around the top of it, didn't it?
Yeah, they were on the top floor.
It's like you can see the balcony around the top. It's like got a load of workout equipment and stuff, and loads of people like going to the gym.
I suppose it gives you something to watch.
Wollongong. It was a nice place, Wollongong, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did like Wollongong. The hotel we stayed in was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, the hotel was lovely. The whole area the food was great over there as well.
Might have to convince Jay to take us to
It's
Wollongong.
every time Zach comes up, no one's stopping him in his chair. No one's getting chair position on him properly.
Come on, Wade. Yeah, bro.
Oh, all right, go back. Watch that. That was bad from us.
That's it.
Look,
Lewis
as soon as they attack the ball at pace, though, you see what I mean?
Can we watch it back? I just think it's. I'm gonna watch again, mate. There's a problem with this team.
He's so bad.
Guess who you're not playing for next year?
Yeah, so Corey.
Can't wait to go there and to up their game a bit.
You ain't going to play at all. You'll come over and be like, right, Seb's going to start off.
I don't mind coming, after the 20th minute and make an impact.
I don't know if you'll come on.
I remember Zach's chair, actually. It bounced off really well. It was hard to get jammed. But now watch Brad spit pace onto the ball after this play of the ball.
It's Wayne Boardman that's not ready as well. God.
Yeah, we're a man down.
Lewis turned the wrong way.
Lewis turned the wrong way, and Wayne, he's stuck on
I think
the floor.
actually so did you then.
He what?
I think so. Jack did as well. I think you both turned inwards.
We were both too close together. I know that.
Yeah.
So we're stuck there out.
Lewis
came in to help.
Lewis gets a tag.
I don't know what happened then. I think we was expecting the.
I think he thought you was going to stay as marker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well
played to Brad, because it looked like they were all going to play the other side. So you all both started turning the other way, and then he turned back in.
Communication.
Good one. That's what you do quite a lot, Jack. So I think Brad Groves is copying you and quite a big fan of yours.
Sorry.
Why don't you just add an S to your name, Brad? It sounds better. It's easier to say. I don't like Brad Grove. It's a bit cold.
It's a bit cold.
Yeah.
You're so upper class, Seb. Do you know that?
Why? Why is that cold? Why? Oh, sorry. Why is that cold?
It's like, oh no, Brad Grove just won't do. You're going to have to add an S.
Oh, so you can speak properly, mate. You should do it
Shut up.
on a more regular basis.
Shut up. Cut inside.
So, what shocks you right now? Who's just come on, making the whole difference? Number 4. He's got all 3 tackles there.
What are you doing?
Have you come on for Wayne?
Obviously, he was awful. He was actually. I remember why I came on for Wayne. Wayne's chimp had really, came out big. He was really angry at this game already.
Well,
He was really close.
James did well there because he was under so much pressure.
Yeah, he got a good pickup, but then just got smashed.
Got smashed and held onto it. He played a short one.
I don't think he did that on purpose.
All right.
Did he? All right, so defense.
Oh.
I thought you let him past you then.
No, I had his tag. I took his tag off. I don't know why he went on.
So why didn't you have chair position?
I already had his tag off.
You're whinging at everyone else that they don't stop Zach's chair.
Well, either stop it, either take his tag off. Both were effective. I did one of the two.
Love how this.
Yeah,
Tom. What was that, Tom?
Tom.
Right in front of the ref.
Got the tag on the floor.
Jack told me to kick short, so it was on purpose, and it was your decision, Jack.
That wasn't even slightly. They weren't even slightly trying to hide that. Watch this.
Oh wait, you talking about the push, not the kick?
Yeah, the push.
Tom, mate, I've got to teach you how to be discreet.
That is awful.
Nah, I love it. That's good job, Tom. But you just got to learn to be a bit more discreet, mate. That was slightly obvious.
That's right.
Did Jack tell you to do that as well, Tom?
Yeah.
You know that was probably me, mate. I always tell them, go on, just push them. That's my orders. I taught Ryan to push on every tackle.
I suppose you told him to do that.
Yeah.
So Ryan got really bad at one point. Like.
Yeah, I told him to do it, and I told him to be really discreet about it, and like to.
Yeah, but Ryan wasn't discreet about it. He got away with it, but the push, like your push, is not supposed to be like a vicious push. It's supposed to be just help him on the way push. But Ryan had just grabbed it, like pull you forward, release you, and throw you back.
Yeah, well, that's being discreet. If you got away with it, he was discreet.
Discreet at all.
Well, how did he get away with it?
Because he did it to me, and refs never call out on me.
Brad is talking about a carrot. Something? Carrot?
Carrot.
Christ.
Christchurch? No, it can't be that.
Dollar and dollar.
Carrot?
It's a cryptic. I remember that one.
I think it's like a joke on like swearing.
Carrot?
I think Halliwell, you should apologise to Brad in the chat. Let's do some counselling. Let's sort this shit out.
Yeah.
It's Jack Brown.
What was going on there?
Usual.
I thought the
Mate,
referee.
with your hair backwards like that on this video, you look like Draco Malfoy.
Draco Malfoy.
Pretty sure he's got blonde there.
Yeah, well, it looks like Jack has blonde hair there as well.
I was nicking Joe Coyd's hairspray to keep it back.
That's why. I remember that one. I was pissed off with myself. It should have been a penalty. I apologize, Brad.
Oh,
You've got to add carrot at the end of the sentence. I apologize, Brad. You carrot. Alhamdulillah. I was waiting for this. Thank you, chat. So on Facebook, does it not work with the little arrows?
no, it's not working.
Ooh, what was that catch? Oh, interesting.
Well, let me.
That's all right. We'll deal with it like that. Alhamdulillah, bedim.
Has the Aussie side made subs yet?
Good pick up, Jack. Well held then as well. Simo was on then. The winger didn't move. Nice. Oh, he didn't give it.
Was that supposed to be a kick?
Brad,
I got a repeat set from it.
did you see what Brad put?
Was that actually a kick?
That was a kick, yeah, and we got a repeat set from it on the 5th tackle. So actually,
Tom's just
my
doing
kick
a nice there,
success.
Brad. He
That
don't
was a
mean.
very successful kick.
Oh, I was too busy reading the comment and I missed the kick. That was...
I thought you knocked it on, to be honest, mate.
No, that was a kick. And we got a repeat set from it on the 5th tackle. So, de nada, amigo.
What
Yeah,
was that, Seb?
This is the one. No, I remember this. I remember, shit, how did I miss that? So I just, recuperate from that. It's a bad kick. It was a great kick.
It's a bad kick. That's your teammate as well.
Nico, j'ai fait un petit coup de pied, c'est le 5e et on récupère le ballon du coup, grâce à ça. Ça rebondit dans l'embut. T'es fou quoi. C'est un coup magnifique. Un coup de pied magnifique.
No, that was not magnifique at all.
You're malade. You didn't watch it. What are you saying? You just said I wasn't looking at the kick. I was looking at the comments. How can
That's
you
how bad
comment?
it was.
So how did we get a repeat set from it?
That's shocking.
Shocking. Shocking how much you want to pull me down.
Put some weight on that kick.
If you want to be my teammate in the future, you should, treat me better.
I think you want to be my teammate in the future, actually, mate.
No, I want to be Lewis's teammate.
I remember someone asking if they could join.
Because I want to be Lewis's teammate. And you happened to be there, unfortunately.
Happened. I started it. But you happened to want to join my club.
Good ball.
See, we managed to keep that alive, and we passed the ball, even if the guy that received the ball didn't have any speed. There was someone else that was coming with speed. So it was interesting. Oh. Come to it. What happened there?
You were running into Zach and who was offside. So I played the ball and just threw it and whinged like a baby to Tim.
Nah. As you always do.
Shut up, Seb.
Oh. Oh, that's not the touchdown.
Go on, Ali. Well. Nice.
Look at that. Quality.
It wasn't on as well then. Tom did well there.
There's Scraps as well. Pulled him out.
What, you're not going to mention my name at all?
What, you made one pass?
Well, that's what everyone did. They made a pass.
Scraps was on his outside.
You made one pass to Tom, and then Tom had to beat a man. It wasn't like you put him through a gap.
No, I passed it to you.
And then you passed it to Tom. Then you had even less input, Seb.
Well, no, because my pass was a long pass, and I made it all of it happen. God, no recognition in this team. Can you jump it now? I don't want to watch Scraps kick. Right?
No, we're going to be here for hours. Oh my God. There we go.
There you go. Right.
That was unlucky.
Yeah, bad bounce.
Yeah, they could have had that.
So what we want to do now as England is get into their half and then bring on the proper attack. So we're going to play safe now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, just take one set
We
there.
have to play safe. The idea is that we complete this set, and I kicked on second.
So that wasn't the plan, just so you know.
I'm so bad. That was a little bit more subtle.
Brad.
That was a little bit more subtle than
that wasn't
Tom.
a penalty. Yeah, look, watch it back. I thought it was an interesting push.
Like you do know like a push is not allowed in this sport, don't you? So like you teaching people how to push is not really the standard.
Can't apologise for that. That wasn't a push. That was good chair position.
You were behind him.
He bounced off my moustache. The moustache of my wheelchair.
The moustache of your wheelchair.
Yeah, that's what we call it. The little round thing in front, that's the moustache.
The moustache?
Yeah.
That was a push.
Ooh.
Surrender tackle.
What have we got here? Come on. So who's on now? We've got Seb, Joe, Lewis, Jack, and
Nathan
Scrap.
and Lewis.
Good ball. Nice cover.
So they must have subbed Tom off after he scored in that corner.
I think they did actually, yeah.
Naughty, naughty Seb. Yeah, I am naughty. I'm a naughty carrot. Private joke, that.
Get to 4, get to 2. Right, so let's see if we complete this set.
That's the idea. The idea is completion right now. Getting out of our half.
Don't give me the ball.
My God.
Good catch, Lewis.
Who named this guy Golden Boot, honestly?
I mean, you don't see many bounce passes, but
Mate, that's a skill.
that's a great.
Look at that. Look at that work between Joe and me, and then compare it to what you did. Joe and I, we're like this. We're close brothers. Watch that back, please. I think that was a good play to watch. Just shows how after you pass the ball, you can still be there in support.
Little bounce pass.
Yeah, that's a little bounce pass. And then look at Joe and I playing together. I avoid you. I don't want to play with you. Give it to Joe. Push again.
Yeah,
Get the ball back. Give it to Lewis. Mate, we just gained like half the pitch just because we were supporting each other. And by not giving it to you.
Wanted to bounce pass, that's all.
See what happens when you give the ball to Jack? Just goes into touch.
That was you.
That was Joe passing it to you. How was that me?
I said it was Joe.
So now, oh.
Good.
Class it.
That was a good choice.
See, my look to Lewis there was, well done, Lewis. That was all you.
You did right to pass it to Scraps rather than me as well then.
All day long. I would never pass it to you. The only time when I give you the ball, it's because I've just taken a settler. And if I take a good settling tackle, whatever, I'll give it to you so you can do your magic. But during play, I don't trust you.
I wouldn't either. Judging this game.
Oh, this is interesting. Watching Scraps kick.
Let's just
Nah, let's watch it for once. Let's watch it.
We'll give him one.
Give him one.
I think that's 2 minutes of the stream gone on this one anyway. We've got another 5 to go. God, Scrap, she takes so long.
I know.
Do you want to look at it again? Yep. There you go. Look at it again. Good. Yep. You're going to set off now? No, look at it again. Oh, my God. And he missed.
And he misses it.
Look, what do
Anyway,
you watch?
all this ritual he has is something my mother
killer, mate. You're a
respects a lot.
killer.
All the momentum after the try.
Gives us time to rest, though.
Get a drink.
Anyway, all that ritual he has, my mother greatly respects that. She says he has this amazing capability of ignoring everything that's around him and just focusing, like 100% focus on what he's got to do, the job he's got to do.
It is good. It's smart. It's smart to do. The reason everyone does it, isn't it? I'm just arguing it could be a little bit shorter.
He's offside. James Hill was offside, 100%.
It's a good drive, though. Whole play of the ball, but
You're a wanker, mate.
right, what did I do? No, go on, Seb. What did I do?
No, nothing.
Because I complimented Lewis and not you.
Yeah!
No, you were
You're going to
rubbish.
start complimenting me a bit.
I did compliment you. I said you made the right choice. Oh, yeah, you put Scraps over the ring. Babe, it's not all about you.
Did you hear Sarah?
What did she say?
It was like, you didn't compliment me. She's went, ah!
She hates me shouting, and I shout a lot. I'm doing a live stream. Can you be quiet? She's going to ask me a few questions about cooking in a minute.
Right, I don't think I want to watch another one, do you? Oh my God.
Nah, it was a joke, mate. It was because I took like at least 3 excellent drives there, and then Lewis comes in and does one good drive, bad play of the ball, and you say, "Oh, great drive by Lewis," and nothing about me. It makes me feel awful. You make me feel sad.
Thing is when you sit and talk about how good you are the whole time.
Nobody wants to do that. Why should we compliment you on the things you do right when you do it anyway?
Jokes, we're mates.
It's like me and you are like complete opposites, Seb. I'll like point
Good play of the ball, Jack.
out when I do something bad.
Good play of the ball, Jack.
Thanks, mate. Good sitting still and doing nothing.
Wait, I pushed like mad to get the ball, and you just passed it behind me. So,
well done, Seb. That was an awesome pass.
thank you, mate.
That was really good. That was really good, mate. And look,
you.
like now you're like cruising there. It's just beautiful. I can't.
Well done, Jack. I don't know what you did to give the ball back to them, but you did something wrong.
We could all learn something from Seb.
Definitely good. I could teach you all about preparation and cookies. See all the fun we have when we're all 3 of us? If you just pushed back that quiz 1 hour.
Where did you come in the end last night?
Don't want to talk about it.
Did you lose the losers final?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a yes.
I was doing business yesterday.
Is that 3rd or 4th? 3rd.
Was the tournament for money, Seb?
There's some. What I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I don't want to curse us, but the defense is sliding quite well, actually.
Yeah, so the defense is good. What the problem with the attack there? I think they're going in a lot and not
Nice little kick.
creating anything. And I think if they
You'll
just
get that.
stopped for a minute, took a breather, and then did it properly, they would have much more chances of scoring. It's like they're rushing to try and get through, and sometimes you need to breathe.
I think he called knock on Tim there for that one. Oh, bye, Fred.
Good recovery from you, Jack. There, well done.
Thanks, mate.
Love you. Oh, lovely drive. Good pass.
I was so bad in this game.
Mate, you just reminds me of a certain game we've already watched that cost us the World Cup final, but you know.
Yeah, well. Oh, right.
I'm just kidding, mate. I love you. Oh, wasn't a shove. Definitely wasn't a push.
Yeah.
Good chair position. Was it not?
You helped him on his way. You're. I must say, you're better at the shove. You're better at the shoving than Halliwell.
I never get whistled for that.
You're less subtle.
No, more subtle.
Well, let's all play nicely, Brad. They're arguing about that kick try. How did he slip that?
Because he's a slippery prick.
Just.
Oh, and Brad's on the floor again. You liked the floor this game, didn't you, Brad? You were on it a lot. Oh, don't think anyone was expecting that.
No.
I got taken out as well. I didn't see it by who.
It's like whenever anyone goes near you, Seb, they end up on the floor.
Yeah, I don't understand why. And look, I'm helping him up very gently and kindly.
You're such a dick.
And this is me. That was me looking at Tim saying, "What? Didn't do anything." Mate, it slows down the play of the ball.
Yeah,
so
I remember
much.
that, Brad.
Oh, and look.
Busted open head after this game.
He what?
I remember Brad had a fall in this game and he cracked his head open, didn't he?
Must have been Tom's push, not mine.
I don't know. Probability state would say that, you know, probably came from you, mate. You're pushing a lot.
I'm inside.
Good ball.
Jack's there with us. Look at that. Oh, that's beauty. Beautiful.
The Aussies chased that down and recovered quite well. Because that was Scraps was really flat.
Yeah,
Scraps was really flat. It was
on the
tough
wing
to get
then.
that pass off. But Joe does well because he's like,
Good as well.
realised that he didn't get the tag. I'd be expecting to get the tag and looks for the offload, and that's good hands from you, Seb.
Thank you, Jack. Too much. You're giving me too much now. You're giving me too much. I love you.
I think this is the last kick of the game. We'll watch it.
The last kick of the
Last kick of the first half. First half.
In the first half.
Oh, look, we've got Steph over there kissing his boyfriend.
What?
Isn't that Steph over there? Going like this, speaking French. There, next to in green.
Yeah. What
Maybe
what
explaining
was
the
the
rules,
case
maybe.
for your head then? Because I know you busted it open. Did you have to have stitches or did you glue it or what happened? Did you get a head check?
Just so you know, oat means or anything in stupid northern language, northern English.
Yeah, right.
They say oat or note. Note means nothing. It took me a while to understand what they were saying when I went to the camps. Like, what?
Come on, Scraps. Yes! About time.
50%.
Telling him about his latest Instagram post. That's a good one, Tim. Even I think you're funny there.
Oh dear.
I don't follow him on Instagram. Is he quite the special Instagram guy? Let me have a look. Stefan Orushugust.
So yeah, I'd say with Australia on that one though, just very flat.
Yeah. Yeah, the attack, the offense wasn't as interesting as in the last game.
Mm.
Uh,
They didn't seem
we'll
to
see how
gel.
we'll see how they react in the second half. But for me, it was just back to trying to get over the line without focusing on team play or the next play. You know, without thinking about what you're.
Yeah. There wasn't building to anything.
What's his name on Instagram? Can't find it. Steph Rushkos? No, how do you write it?
I think a beer couldn't fix.
Ooh, sorry about that.
Is it Rushkos? I can't find his Instagram. Not interested anyway.
Nothing a beer couldn't fix.
So what do you think, Jack? We were just saying that. I mean, Fred said that they were very flat during the game in offense, the Australians, and I think they were back to just trying to get over the line instead of thinking about the next play or thinking.
I think they came away from what they played. They didn't try to keep the ball alive as much. So moving on from what we said in their last games and stuff, where they needed to attack the ball faster and more straight. I think they've just gone to the extreme of it, so that they didn't keep the ball alive as much as they used to, and they tried to attack more straight. But the problem was they weren't attacking the ball at their top speed. So
they weren't.
They didn't gel as a team at all in that one. There wasn't a lot.
I don't know what happened.
There wasn't a lot of normal sort of Australian flow to it.
Yeah, I think what we could see now is how, on the England side of things, how the first part of the half was the safety sets. Everything was pretty straight and doing that, and then more of the errors are like in the middle and to the end when we start to throw the ball around more.
Yeah.
So it's a good tactic to switch up your gameplay, but it's a difficult thing to master, to be able to actually make the switch. That's what you're bound to get errors if you start playing more risky games, but it's having everyone transition to that at the same time.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But then again, I wouldn't say there's a few good moments from England, but there's a lot of errors.
Oh yeah,
a lot of errors.
Plenty, mate. But then we started playing risky. So, when you start playing risky, there's going to be errors that follow.
But the thing is the errors weren't even from risky plays. They were from simple things. That's what made it worse.
For me, I think what you needed to do is like when we were making them.
All I could hear was cookie or something.
I was going to say, any name in particular?
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'd have took me off.
The kick was hilarious.
I was making far too many. It wasn't so much the way I was playing; it was the decision making. My head wasn't making the right decisions.
Right.
I'd have took me off. And we had the game. Like I said, we had the game plan to start about completion and safety, that kind of thing, and then play risky play. But when the risky play wasn't coming off, what we should have been doing is going back to that and building the momentum and doing it that way. So like when we say we need to complete the set after a score, even though I didn't do it, but like if we actually completed the set after a score, what that is, it's like you're constantly then switching from your safety building momentum to your more risky, more flamboyant playing style, and switch it faster rather than saying, right, the first quarter is going to be safe and the second quarter is going to be risky, because then you just throw in everything. But if you actually say, right, you go into complete a set, risky set, complete a set, risky set, or vice versa, you know, I think it's got to be an in-game call of when them playing styles need to done. I don't think you can go out and say, right, this is going to work for the first quarter and this is going to work for the second quarter. You can't plan it that way because you don't know what the offense is going to be like. You don't know what mindset it's going to be in. It's got to be
really good to have a game plan.
Yeah, it's a game plan.
You've got to have a game plan, but then you've got to adapt that game plan to what's actually happening during the game.
Yeah. So like I said, so you had them two playing styles. Have them two playing styles, right? You guys need to know guys need to make the call of which playing style you're going to do during each play, during each set, things like that.
Yeah.
That's quite advanced wheelchair rugby league stuff, sort of thing. But
yeah. So once you get into the risky plays and it's not working, I think that's when you have to realize you've got to, for a bit, come back to, you know, basics. Play easy rugby, simple passes, just trying to get, you know, just normal momentum, and then once you're back in confidence, then you can go back to being flamboyant, as you said.
That's a good point from Brad. He mentioned about the fitness. So I'll read them out just in case no one else is reading them. Our biggest problem is just not knowing how each other plays. We really need more training as a team. Fitness is a big issue too, which causes us to play flat. That's an individual problem that really needs to change, caused by a lack of confidence. A lot of guys in the train-on squad didn't think they were in contention to make the Aussie team due to the age or lack of experience. But that thing about the fitness thing, like it really does correlate to that flat attacking line. So when people are getting tired, that's when people don't push at 100% and go as fast as they can receive the ball.
Especially in games like this one where they had to defend a lot, and as we were saying earlier on, defense is so tiring compared to attack. And I mean, your conditioning needs to be really, you know, on point.
From a coaching point of view, it's a good point to make of that could be an indicator, because you could be running the flat lines and be tired and not know about it. It's like in the game, your adrenaline's going and things like that, so you don't know you're tired. But when you start running them flat lines and you're not actually sprinting, you think that's a good indicator for coaches to be able to realize, right, that player's running a lot of flat lines, I'm going to give him a rest. And it doesn't so much mean that they're pooped and they're absolutely knackered. It just means their mental energy and their physical energy is just depleted enough for them not to be playing 100%. So
but it's like what you said about
can go 100 miles an hour and do it that way. It's a good point, Brad.
It's the same thing with what you were saying about the doing your free throw play, and when it's not working and stuff like that. That's mental. That's what that comes down to. But going back to the more structured play is a thing that will top it back up.
Yeah,
it's like a confidence thing in a way. Like you'll build your confidence back up through that, and then go back into that. Where when you play it too much, that's when, like you say, you throw riskier passes. But you're not throwing riskier passes. You're throwing
everyone's involved in every play. Yeah, everyone's involved in every play as well. So when we were playing them safety sets, it were 1-2 man drives. So people were getting little breathers behind. But when towards the end of the half, everybody was moving constantly in attack. So we were working just as hard in attack as we were in defense, where usually defense is a lot harder. But we were exerting so much energy in that attack. I don't think you could play that playing style for a prolonged period. That's why, like you say, you need to go back to basics and build the momentum. Get a quick breather in the game while you're on there, and then keep it having little bursts of explosions.
But then I mean, you know, it's the act of surprise as well. You've got to, by using that variety of style of play, makes it so much harder to defend. It's a bit like boxing, you know. Kind of throwing a jab, and then suddenly, bam, bam, you had a whole combo. It's just, changing your style all the time. It makes it so hard to defend.
Yeah. So we're back.
You need to be imprévisible.
Tomorrow, 12.
We're back tomorrow.
Yeah, today's Sunday, isn't it?
We've done something every day from Friday, haven't we? So we're gonna.
Mate.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
way.
The official day of the end of lockdown in France, apparently.
What, tomorrow?
Apparently.
Yeah, well, kind of like the first day of getting back into normal life progressively.
Boris is making a announcement today, isn't he?
I need a spoon.
I don't know. I thought it was the
I
11th.
heard something about a late announcement. It might be tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah, tomorrow's the 11th.
Yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. Everybody remember, Fred 15 for all your beard struggles.
Hello, hello, hello.
We haven't mentioned that yet.
Well, that's because you haven't been here.
And for the others, I don't think there's any French people connected right now, but on Wednesday and Friday, we'll be having the live stream in French for our French fans out there.
Yeah,
I'll be joined by the very famous Gilles Crozes, who was world's best player in 2017.
That's right.
And maybe his nephew, Nicolas Crozes, who's probably one of the world's best players as well.
Therefore.
So there you go. Any French speakers out there, you can join in. It'll be probably much later than this. It'll be in the evening, more around 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Just because.
Also, you really.
Yeah, but they work during the day, so I can't do it in the day.
Yeah, do it for suit it to the French audience anyway, don't you?
Yeah.
That's cool,
this time doesn't suit the French at all. This is,
Yeah, we know they like keep eating all the time.
Yeah, just like constantly eating. I hope all the French
are munching.
What is that?
It's a brownie.
You're about to have your lunch now.
Yeah.
And yeah, just snacks at the beginning of the live stream.
She put this to cool down next to me, like two of them.
Why would you put it next to Seb?
I just put both of them just there, and she went off. I've been dipping my finger in it.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna call the stream now. I'm gonna call the stream now because we don't need to watch Seb eating a brownie, do we?
No, we don't.
No. I know, it was nice having you
watching, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Everyone enjoyed having me back on.
Yeah.
I know everyone missed me on the quiz yesterday.
Seb, I've just take your hat off a second. Jade thinks that you shaved your head. Just wanted to prove. No, you haven't. That's cool.
I haven't.
See you later, Brad. Cheers.
Ciao.
See you next time.
Yeah.